Howdy folks, this is how you do a 3D parallax camera fly-through effect inside After Effects. Open a new composition, these are my settings, okay. Then I'm going to import these three photos of our good friend Abel here. We have one with a background and the other two have the background removed. Drag the one with the background in. And I'm just going to make this a 3D layer by clicking the cube. If you don't see that icon, you can toggle the modes here and it should appear. Press P on my keyboard. I'm just going to push him back in the Z space. Press S on my keyboard, scale him up to about 300. And then I'm going to import the second one. I wanted to get him in his different eras. Just going to click the cube icon here. And then it could do the exact same thing and scale him up a bit. Press P on my keyboard, push him away in the Z space. And then we get the third one. Scale him up. And then if we right click, go new camera, do a 24mm with a 1.8 f-stop, you're going to see that they each have their own sort of layer. They're a bit like cardboard cutouts, you know, floating in their own space, which is exactly what we want. Using the dolly tool up here, these are the 3D camera tools. On the first frame, I'm going to zoom back in to our original sort of starting image. And then I'm going to go to the camera transform tools and keyframe point of interest and position. And then I'm going to go to the end of the 5 seconds and then just go up to the dolly tool up here. And then we're going to click and drag and push all the way out. So we now see the 3 different eras of the weekend. And then what I'm going to do is just adjust the images on the final frame on the end of the 5 seconds, just to make sure that no one's getting chopped off. Making sure it looks good as sort of a complete composition. Move along the timeline to make sure everyone's looking good like this. So we start from the beginning and then we get a second one and the third one. That looks pretty cool. About 1.5 seconds in, I'm going to press P on my keyboard on our second one here and keyframe the position. And then I'm going to just go back to about half a second and then I'm just going to push him sideways like this. And then if I scroll through, I want that a bit slower actually, so I'm going to take it to about 2.5 seconds. So now we have a nice subtle sliding effect like this, and then I can just do the same with the third one there. So press P on my keyboard, keyframe the position. Move that to about 4 seconds, and then I can just push him outwards and away. Next is I want to adjust the camera blur a bit. So I'm going to, we're going to have to make this depth of field a bit more shallow. So double click the camera again and our 1.8 wasn't enough. So I'm going to try 0.2, see what that does. Okay, that's more like it. The problem is they're all blurry now. So what we're going to actually do is go to frame 1 where it is in focus, go to camera options, and then I'm going to go to the focus distance and I'm just going to push it till we have the image is completely in focus. Maybe we'll put it to full resolution so we can see it a bit better. I'm going to keyframe the focus distance by clicking the stopwatch. And then as we move out through the timeline, I want to make sure that the focus is changing to the next one. Adjust it a tiny bit. It's looking good. And then by the time we come to the third one, I can adjust the focus distance again and just bring it a bit closer. I have to decrease it, I think. So now when we fly through, it's doing a really subtle rack focus. Highlight 2 and 3 again and press U on my keyboard. And I'm just going to highlight all those keyframes for our positioning. Go keyframe interpolation with a right click, go Bezier. And this just smoothens them a bit as they come in. And then just to unify the effect a bit more, I'm just going to do some color correcting. So I'm going to go to our curves. And I'm just going to drag and drop our curves and then go to the red channel and just bump up the red a bit. And it just makes it look like they're operating in the same space then. Copy. And then paste it on the other one as well. One's maybe a bit too red. Just pull down those greens a bit. And you can go as crazy as you like, and you can put LUTs and everything on, but just so it unifies the image a bit more. And voila, there we have it, a nice simple parallax effect.